Hello, this is Jamerica 5288, and today we're going to use some leftover chicken. What we're going to do with this chicken is stretch this out. We use about 4 pieces of this chicken, and we're going to stretch this out into a family meal. So what you're going to need is some leftover chicken. A bell pepper, an onion, jalapeno, scotch bonnet, any kind of hot pepper, stalk of celery, some garlic, and thyme. And we're over here, we have a pot on the stove already. So the first thing I'm gonna cut up is my bell pepper. Put this all in the pile. Get my knife out. It's a weird looking pepper, but they say it's a pepper, so I am not gonna question that. I know it's been a while since I cooked for you guys, so I was thinking about it today. I was like, you know, my channel is basically of a variety channel, and I want to make sure I spread it out. So this is so that you can feed your family. You don't even have to cook chicken. You can go and get a rotisserie chicken and do this and make a one-pot meal. And it's basically arroz con pollos, which is chicken and rice. So gonna cut these up, right? And just chop them up real good. No particular way, just a rough chop. We don't want any very big pieces, but we want them in pieces like this, okay? So I'm just going through and I'm rough chopping this up. Let me turn this light on. The dog is alarming, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. All is well. Chico is back in his corner. I didn't touch him or anything. I just closed the curtain. He must have heard something back there, so that's his job, to let us know if something is around. But the other dogs didn't bark, so, you know, small dogs are better at alarming than big dogs. Big dogs most likely won't bark, which is unfortunate unless, you know, there's really a problem. But small dogs, they'll let you know somebody's around or something strange. They hear something strange and start barking. So there we go with my bell peppers. Next, I'm going to use my celery. Let me wash this off again. We'll cut the rough end off. I'm going to push this to the side. And I'm going to slit this a little bit more. And then we're just going to do another rough chop. That's done. Onto the garlic. Get a trash pile going. Take my garlic, I'm gonna smash it, and take the skin off. Again, I'm gonna smash it, take that skin off, right? I'm not gonna waste any time with this garlic. Now garlic will burn on you quick, and you don't want burnt garlic because it doesn't taste good. So this is going to be one of the last things we put in. Sound like a sheep baying. It's going to be one of the last things we put in. Put a little neat little pile by itself. There we go, right there. Onion. Now I mentioned to you that this is like chicken and rice, right? The chicken is already cooked, so that's not going to be a problem. And you can use any chicken, a rotisserie chicken, leftover chicken. In this pot, you can put as much rice in it as you need to feed your family. Because the chicken is going to break down. So it's not going to, you know, it's going to be a one-pot meal. And everybody will get some protein and they'll get their vegetables in, and it tastes really good. It tastes really good. So you shouldn't have a problem with your children not liking it, because it's actually good. The only thing they may have a problem with is the hotness. And if you don't have to put that much pepper in it, but in my opinion, it tastes better with some kind of peppery flavor. Now let me move my garlic over because I want to put that in last. That goes over here. All right, my onion is done, right? Last thing is my either a Scotch bonnet or this. So I'm gonna do my habanero, and I'm gonna do a rough chop. I'm gonna do a rough chop of this habanero. Excuse me, of this jalapeno. If you don't like hot, you don't have to put it in. Just remember that. And jalapeno is not as hot as habanero or Scotch bonnet. Habanero and Scotch bonnet are the same thing. Now I'm chopping this up really small because I don't want anybody to get a big old piece of jalapeno. Some of them are hotter than others. Everything's cut up. So let me tell you about your spices. You're gonna need some black pepper, garlic powder, salt, parsley flakes if you have them, cayenne pepper, and smoked paprika. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna heat up our pan and put some oil in it. Where's my oil? Where's my oil? I just need a little bit of coconut oil on the bottom of the pan, not a lot. Just enough. So this thing is, I'm gonna scrape in the bottom of the barrel for this. I have some more coconut oil, but you know me, I don't waste anything. I am gonna scrape it until there's nothing left. I think I've gone too far. I think I've gone too far with this, you know, frugal thing. So I have my oil in the bottom of the pan. It's heating up. And I'm gonna get 2 cups of rice. Now, if you don't know, you always wash your rice. And by washing your rice, I mean you put it in some water and you swirl it and you get the cloudy stuff up. And you swirl it again and you get the cloudy stuff up until it's not cloudy anymore. So I'm gonna show you that in a second. So let me turn this off. We're gonna go over to the sink and we're gonna clean our rice. So I'm gonna put 2 cups of rice in here. Y'all can't see me, huh? Oh Lord, just a moment. So in this pot, I'm gonna put 2 cups of parboiled rice in there. I like parboiled rice because it separates easier. So the grains, you know, they stay individual. So that's about 2 cups of parboiled rice. And what I'm gonna do is get some cold water. I'm gonna put some more cold water in there. And I'm gonna swirl it around. Swirl it, swirl it, swirl it. See how cloudy it is? You want to dump that out. Always wash your rice. Some rice have arsenic on it. And some places dry their rice on the side of the road. Always wash your rice off. Wash it. Never, ever, ever take for granted that somebody, you know, is cleaner, is cleaner or is more meticulous than you are. Never take that chance. Always rinse stuff off if you can, if you have the opportunity. The cooking process will kill a lot of the germs, but all this starch that's coming up just makes the rice sticky anyway, unless you like sticky rice. I don't. That's why I buy a parboiled rice. But all this white stuff coming up is extra starch that we do not want in our dish. And you can use more rice than this. This is just how much I'm using. But if you have more people in your family, add another cup of rice or add another couple of cups of rice. Just use more seasoning to make the, you know, the color of the rice change red. And you're going to have to taste your food to make sure that the rice is seasoned. So I'm going to wash this off. All of this cloudy stuff, pour it off. So we're going to do this maybe 2 or 3 more times until the water becomes semi-clear. You may not get the water completely clear, but you can get really close. It's already starting to look better. The first set of rice was really, really cloudy. Now it's getting a little bit better, in my opinion. Pour that off. You don't want any of that. Keep on washing. And wash it, wash it, wash it. And we're gonna pour it off. I think you get the idea. As soon as I get this clean, I'll meet you on the other side, okay? Wash your rice, make sure the water's clear. The rice is washed, so now we're just going to heat our pan up. I have it on number 8, which is really close to high, right? The only thing I don't want to put into this pan is going to be the thyme and the garlic. So I have oil in this pan already, so I'm going to go ahead and start putting my vegetables in. The onion, the bell pepper, the jalapeno pepper, leave boy, the celery, all of that goes in. And we're going to sear that down. I'm going to turn it down to 6. Okay, we're sweating the vegetables and they pretty much sweat down, right? So I'm going to take 4 pieces of chicken, or yeah, about 4 pieces of chicken. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is just a simulation of leftover chicken that you would have at your house. Could be more, could be less. I'm just using 4 pieces for this demonstration. We'll turn the fire down a little bit to about 4. I'm going to start seasoning the vegetables. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some pepper in there. Open this one up. Oh, I forgot something. How could I forget? The thyme and the garlic have to go in. So put that in. Right there on top. Right. There we go. So I'm going to use about a half a teaspoon of black pepper. So I'm gonna use 2 of these, just a quarter. There we go. Make sure your stuff don't burn on the bottom while you're doing this, okay? So I'll put a half a teaspoon of black pepper, a full teaspoon of parsley, and I'm just doing this to taste, okay? All right. Paprika, we want paprika as a star of the show. We're gonna do a whole teaspoon for now on that. Cayenne pepper, we're just gonna do about a fourth of a teaspoon, just a little bit. And sprinkle it across. Spread the joy of the cayenne, okay? You don't wanna just clump it up. Then we're gonna put about a half a teaspoon of salt. And that's a full teaspoon, so I'm gonna do about half of that. Make sure we don't want to do a lot of salt. The chicken is already seasoned, by the way, because this is gonna be leftover chicken that already have its seasoning on it. And then garlic, we're gonna do about a half a teaspoon. Just 1/4 and 2. Okay. Let's take that and mix it up. Stir it up. Now that that's done, we're going to take our 2 cups of rice that have been washed. You're going to put that in there. I'm going to take it and we're going to mix it up. Now, we want this rice to turn red, right? We want it to have some color. I haven't put the water in yet. Remember, with rice, water is double, but take into account that we already have vegetables in there, and the vegetables, they have some color. So what I want to do is add a little bit more paprika, smoked paprika, that is. I'm going to add about a half a teaspoon of that. Just for the color. Paprika normally doesn't have any taste, but smoked paprika does have a taste. So you want to be careful with that. I'm going to put a little bit more garlic in there because I love garlic. And salt, I'm going to leave that out until I taste it later on. We've already put salt on there, and there's always going to be salt on your chicken, right? So we're turning that over. We're going to get this nice and flat. Everything is flavor in the rice. The chicken, the vegetables, the seasoning we just put. So we have 2 cups of rice, right? So we're going to put about 3.5 cups of water in there. 1, and you want enough water to cover your rice. So that's what we're going to do. Let me turn the flame up a little bit because we got to bring this rice to a boil, and then we're going to cover it too. Three. All right, I said 3.5, so I'm gonna do about a little bit more, 3.5. It's a 2-to-1 ratio for rice and water, but we have vegetables in here, so we reduce it by about a half a cup. Okay, make sure everything is submerged. We're not going to cover this until we bring it to a boil. Another thing we can do prior to, because the chicken is already cooked, so you don't have any risk of salmonella, what we want to do is taste our water. See that? I'm going to do a taste test. So I'm going to put this in my hand. And I'm going to taste it. Need salt. I'm going to mix it up again. Taste it. Better. Way better. What am I missing? I am going to put some adobo in there, adobo seasoning. I have to find it first though. Feel like something's missing. So you have all-purpose seasoning. I prefer adobo. Put some of that in there. You want to season your rice. All right, I put enough adobo in there. That's about a teaspoon of adobo. Mix that in. Right now it looks like a soup, right? But it's not. It's going to be a dry rice and chicken dish. So I'm put some more in my hand to do a taste test. That's it. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm gonna wait till this thing, put it center on my thing. I'm gonna bring it to a boil while I'm cleaning up. You all can watch the pot. Just getting all my stuff to the other side, to the dishes. To the dish side, to the dish side. This is the side I don't like to do, my dishes. But you want to eat your own food and be healthy and know what's in there, you have to do dishes. Rubble double. Yay. Let me get another spoon out because I think I threw mine in the sink. Yeah. Okay. Remember to clean as you go. Nobody likes a messy cook, right? Now that it's boiling like that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the cover it up, and we're gonna turn it down to low, which is around 2. Set your timer for 15 minutes and this dish should be done. It's so quick and simple for your family. So I'll see you in 15, just a sec. The 15-minute timer just went off. So let me get a pot holder or a glove or something to take this lid off. And there we are. Chicken and rice. I will see you in a second when I plate. And there you have it, a one-pot meal. Chicken and rice, arroz con pollos. My version, of course. Very good. Perfect. Perfect rice. Perfect season. Very good. That's all I can say. This is Jamerica 5288. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Happy dinner. Remember, leftover chicken, don't throw that out. See you later. Bye.